right now on News Channel 8 at 8.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Josh Benson.
And I'm Victoria Price. Thank you so much for joining us. The cold weather continuing tonight, but let's check in with meteorologist Julie Phillips for when we can finally expect a warm up.
Yeah, it's been really chilly. Today we didn't have much sunshine, so left us with some pretty cool temperatures. Only made it up to 60 this afternoon.
That's it?
That's all. Last couple of days, you can see the blue numbers. That's when we've been below average. As we get to tomorrow, though, we're getting back up closer to normal for this time of the year. We've had some high-level clouds that have been streaming across the Tampa Bay area today. You can see some of that deeper moisture aloft on our water vapor imagery. Our Max Defender 8 radar shows you it is dry right now, though, and we are not expecting to see any rain for tonight. Temperatures anywhere from the upper 50s to mid 40s, so it's going to be a chilly evening for us. Here's a first look at your overnight forecast. Skies will begin to clear. Not quite as cold tonight. We'll drop back to 47 in Crystal River, 47 in Brandon, 50 in Tampa tomorrow morning, and it'll be 52 in Clearwater. I'll have more on the warmer temperatures, though, we'll eventually see coming up.
All right, Julie, thanks so much. The new Max Defender 8 app is ready to keep you informed. Download it for free, and you can check the radar built for Tampa Bay anytime.
A 17-year-old from Tarpon Springs scared a burglar out from her home. Police are still looking for that man, and as Chip Osowski shows us, they're urging everyone in the area to lock their doors.
The burglar picked the wrong house when he picked 17-year-old Morgan Vorbax. Her mom had just left the house for work. She was home alone. Somehow, the back door was left unlocked.
It was 5:51 in the morning. And then I heard some shuffling at the back door, and that was also very concerning.
The man entered the home on Windsor Hill Way and started rummaging around. Morgan called her mom and then took care of the situation.
Immediately, my first reaction was just to assert myself and say that I am protected, I am armed, and you need to leave the premises. And he stood there for a second, considered it, and ran away.
Morgan didn't get a very good look at the guy. She told detectives he was wearing a mask and a hoodie. Police are now looking for him. In Tarpon Springs, I'm Chip Osowski, News Channel 8.
The body of a biker missing for almost 2 weeks has been found. Troopers say workers cleaning up trash along I-275 in St. Petersburg discovered Jimmy Butler's body just before 11 a.m. FHP says Butler's body was in the bushes along the southbound shoulder just north of 54th Avenue South. Troopers believe Butler may have been in a crash.
Tonight, a dog who ended up in a very cold, wet, and scary place is safe and warm. Eagle 8 HD watched as rescuers pulled this poor pup from a drain under Tampa's Bayshore Boulevard. Melanie Michael was there as it happened.
Hey there, you know, this was the moment everybody wanted. It was the news we wanted to share that Toby was alive and well and rescued by the heroes at the Tampa Police Department. Being right there, guys, watching it unfold, watching it happen, and then watching this little guy come out of a manhole after his mom went down there, called out his name, and he finally came out of the water. It was a beautiful moment, and we were so happy to share the news that he is indeed okay. Check out this video today. Really an emotional moment, obviously, for the owner, because she couldn't find her dog and then realized he got into the water. Really cold out there, as you know, and then because he was scared and didn't want to swim out into the bay, he swam into a storm drain instead. Well, that's when the heroes from TPD stepped in, and guys, they did not hesitate. They dove right into the frigid waters, and they said there was no other option. Toby was getting out, and within an hour, our four-legged friend, who's probably having a warm bath and a warm meal right now, kind of scared in that little storm drain, stayed in there for a while, but when he heard his mom calling his name, that was when the magic happened. He came right out.
They're amazing. They're true heroes. They saved my dog. These men are awesome. They talked me through everything and they saved my dog.
So I got to tell you, you know, all of us at WFLA News Channel 8 and Grade 38, we're all dog lovers. We love this moment. It was indeed a beautiful thing to see, to watch this dog being reunited with its owner. And I asked the first responders, you know, you guys are cops, but this has got to warm your heart. And they said there was, again, no other option. We knew we were going to get the dog out. This is our job. And they just dove right in, knowing that they had to get him to safety. Oh, it's a great story all the way around. All right, I'm Melanie Michael, News Channel 8. We'll send it back to you.
A heartwarming story on a cold night, Melanie. Thanks so much. Crime Stoppers Tampa Bay is now offering a reward for information about the person who shot Cupcake. You may recall an off-duty deputy found the dog laying in a ditch Sunday in Plant City. Investigators thought that she had been hit by a car, but x-rays later revealed she'd been shot in the leg. Call Crime Stoppers Tampa Bay if you have any information about what happened to Cupcake. Today, crews pulled a plane out of Tampa Bay. This is the plane that we're told overshot the runway at Albert Whitted Airport yesterday. 4 people on board had to be rescued from the water, but they're going to be okay.
Northport police officers are now testing body cameras. 10 officers are taking part in a 30-day trial run. Recently, the community urged city commissioners to adopt the technology. Officers hope the cameras can provide more evidence for cases and create added transparency for the department.
I know a lot of people think that when we slap a body camera on somebody, is that it's going to change how we do our job. Well, we've been doing our job the same way for years and years. It's just another tool to document, to show that we're actually doing our job the way that we said we have been doing our jobs.
If the department decides to equip its officers with the cameras, it'll cost taxpayers about $225,000 a year. City commissioners will discuss the topic at an upcoming meeting. A medical emergency at a Bay Area school. Several kids at Mulberry Middle School were sent to the hospital after overdosing on THC-infused gummies. News Channel 8's Melissa Marino reports.
Good evening to you. We are told 5 kids became so sick they had to be rushed to the hospital. We are told a 12-year-old boy is now facing serious charges for giving out that candy.
8 on your side, the only station there as children were taken out on stretchers from Mulberry Middle School.
Because these are like 12 and 13-year-old kids. It's a little ridiculous that stuff like this happens.
We're told the kids ingested THC-infused candy called Green Hornet. The students, all around 12 years old, started complaining of stomach aches, dizziness, and one nearly passed out. 5 were taken to the hospital and treated for a drug overdose. A 6th child was taken to the hospital by a parent. Sheriff Grady Judd knows it could have turned out even worse.
Unfortunately for us, it was not some other drug that was more dangerous in small doses than this was.
Detectives are still trying to figure out how that 12-year-old boy got the candy. He is facing 7 felony charges. In Mulberry, Melissa Marino, News Channel 8.
Some relief could be on the way for backups on the Howard Franklin Bridge. Highway officials hope adding extra lanes will make for a smoother and safer ride.
Sometimes as slow as 50 minutes and sometimes as long as 2 hours, depending on poorly placed accidents.
Every day, Marshall Hampton commutes from St. Pete to FDOT's office near USF, and that means most days he finds himself stuck in backups, especially on the Howard Franklin.
I'm selfishly cheering this project.
Starting in 2019, FDOT plans to add lanes each way on I-275 from the Howard Franklin to Lois Avenue. They hope it'll offset the bottleneck effect coming off the bridge when 275 drops from 4 lanes to 2 at the West Shore interchange. The project also adds another lane for the northbound exit to Kennedy.
We're getting ready to have the Howard Franklin Bridge project come through, and we have the Super Bowl coming up, so we'll have more people in town.
Hampton says the congestion was identified as a problem early on, but FDOT thought it could be fixed through an alternate project. Now they hope these improvements, slated to cost nearly $29 million, will do the trick.
Safety is a concern also.
FDOT expects the extra lanes to cut down on accidents in the area as well by roughly 25%. Another factor, they hope that can clear up congestion.
Well, even if we get the road clear and the accident handled by the emergency staff, we still have people wanting to see what's going on.
FDOT hopes to break ground this spring and complete the project by late 2020.
Surveillance video reveals at least 3 people were involved with vandalizing Tampa's Lido High School this week. Those vandals hit Monday morning between 1 and 3 a.m., spray painting offensive and racist messages on walkways, windows, even the roof of the school. If anyone looks familiar, you should call Crime Stoppers. And a burglar hit a Hyundai dealership in Lakeland. Might want to wear a belt next time. Look at this guy. He nearly lost his pants while breaking through the wall. Well, he then pulled them up and rummaged through some drawers, the furniture kind. Lakeland police say he swiped a generator as he left.
Cameras have caught yet another porch pirate swiping packages in Carrollwood. In the doorbell camera video, right here you see a woman walk up to the home along Ellesmere Drive, pick up 2 packages and just very casually walk away. Porch pirates tend to strike this time of year because, of course, there are so many holiday deliveries.
If you know you're not going to be home or you anticipate not being home, my thing is have it delivered to your workplace or let your neighbors know.
The homeowner tells us the thief swiped $200 worth of dress shirts and a gift.
News Channel 8 needs your help to make the season bright for those in need. Friday, December 7th, we will host our 10th annual Kindness Day at News Channel 8. You can drive through our donation center from 6 a.m. until 7 p.m. and you can donate toys, food, or cash. You can even donate blood. Very easy. Drive in, drive out. Helps everybody.
For those of you that have a tradition of buying a real Christmas tree, this may be the year to break that tradition.
That's right. Coming up, we're going to tell you how a shortage of trees could drive up the price you pay this year.
Plus, it's not hard to fool a footwear fashionista. We'll explain the prank that Payless pulled to prove a point.
And a live look at downtown Tampa from our News Channel 8 Tower Cam. Actually, Curtis Hickson Park, beautiful night. If you want to go skating, how about that? Your Storm Team 8 forecast with Julie Phillips straight ahead.
Those Christmas lights light up the street. Maybe they'll bring her back to me.
How about light up the 70-foot tall tree? The Christmas lights at Rockefeller Plaza lighting up New York tonight. Beautiful shot. You can see here a live look. Now, you may have watched the tree lighting special last night on News Channel 8. It was great. Christmas trees and lights. Beautiful to look at this time of year, no doubt. But the price for that perfect Christmas tree, that could cost you more if you can find one before they actually sell out. News Channel 8's J.B. Buno joins us from the Tampa News Center with more on this year's significant Christmas tree shortage.
In Hillsborough County, when you're at a lot with Christmas trees, you'll see that there are plenty of them in stock right now. The problem with this shortage is there are fewer lots with Christmas trees across the Bay Area. If you do find a lot with plenty of trees like the two we visited today, Winterland and Fancy Fur, it's because the owner got an early start on gathering those trees throughout the year, and supply is more limited than years past. Owners saying it's due to a combination of not enough seedlings planted 10 years ago, plus beetle infestations and flooding, especially in the areas of North Carolina. Here's some advice if you're still looking for that perfect tree.
Start early. A lot of people think that the later you get your tree, the fresher it will be. I tend to disagree with that. We try to educate our customers that the earlier you get it, the better, because a lot of these trees are all cut around the same time. So the sooner you get it in water and drinking, the better off it'll be.
So if you're looking for the perfect tree for your home in both shape and height, make sure you get out early before trees start to sell out. In the Tampa News Center, J.B. Buno, News Channel 8.
Tomorrow, we will bring you live coverage of the City of Tampa's Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Take a look. It's happening at Curtis Hickson Park. There's Keith Kate right there. He will assist Mayor Bob Buckhorn with the big countdown and flip the switch during the 7 o'clock newscast.
Love that music.
Yeah, it is. Puts you in a good mood. All right, not even a Christmas tree shortage can dampen Santa's holiday spirit.
In fact, St. Nick himself, he was spotted today in Hillsborough County spreading some Christmas cheer. Escorted by first responders, Santa visited kids at DeSoto Elementary School. He read stories to them, and of course he had to. He brought some presents. It's part of the Sincerely Santa program. Santa told us DeSoto was only his first stop. He plans on visiting other schools as well all month long. In tonight's 8 on Your Side consumer alert, if you have a Perks account with Dunkin' Donuts, your personal data could be at risk. Dunkin' is notifying customers that hackers gained access to some usernames and passwords. That information could give hackers access to first and last names, email addresses, and even their Perks numbers. Ford needs to make some changes to meet the demand for bigger vehicles. It's going to move 500 workers at several plants. No job cuts should be necessary. Ford's reshuffling will help to build more SUVs and pickup trucks, which are in high demand.
The most popular current iPhone model also happens to be the cheapest. Apple says the XR has been the company's most popular device every day since it was introduced. The XR starts at $749 compared to the XS and the XS Max models, which start at just under $1,000. The XR has many of the same features as those pricier iPhones.
Payless proving a point with a viral campaign that duped some fashion influencers.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. They were invited to a trendy shoe store called Palessi, where everyday Payless shoes were marked up hundreds of dollars, even though they normally sell for about $40. And guess what? Plenty of people fell for it.
It's just stunning. Elegant, sophisticated. These are actually from Payless. You've got to be kidding me.
Ah, her face was priceless. In less than 3 hours, Palessi made $3,000, but after revealing the prank, they returned all the money and they let the influencers keep those shoes.
Max Defender 8, the radar built for Tampa Bay weather. Sponsored by Moss Family Automotive. Now, meteorologist Julie Phillips.
And we're tracking dry conditions right now on Max Defender 8. Maybe just a little bit of extra moisture out in the Gulf. Besides that, though, all is dry. And we've seen some deeper moisture streaming in from the Gulf. We had some extra clouds throughout the day, but those will break up as we do head through tonight. Here was a nice photo sent to us from Tony Cologne. She said a beautiful sky over Plant City today, right around sunset. So thank you for sharing that with us. And temperatures tonight will be nearly as cold as they were last night. We should be back to around 50 in Carrollwood, 50 in Apollo Beach, 48 in Land O'Lakes, 51 in Tarpon Springs, around 45 in Brooksville, 48 in Lakeland, and 54 in St. Pete. So temperatures cooling down very quickly. When you wake up tomorrow morning, we'll start the day off close to 50 degrees by noon. We're already into the upper 60s, and then we should top out in the mid 70s. So warming up very quickly. Definitely feels a little bit warmer than it was today. So for tonight, our forecast model will show you that the clouds start to break up as we head through the overnight hours. Tomorrow morning, we're waking up in the 40s and low 50s again. So the sweaters, the jackets, you will need them as you step out the door and head out on your Friday morning. But by the afternoon hours, it's a pretty quick warm up. So temperatures will be back up into the mid 70s, back closer to normal. Heading into Saturday, a little bit more moisture around. We'll have some extra cloud cover and then the chance to see a few showers and storms as we head into the afternoon hours on Saturday. And our moisture forecast will show you why. You can see some of that deeper moisture that will begin to move in, and then could bring up our rain chances some. And then late Monday into Tuesday, that's when our next front rolls in, and we'll see some extra showers and storms along that. I think primarily Monday afternoon and Monday evening. That front pushes through. We'll have some drier and cooler air that's going to work its way back in for the middle of next week. So we'll have a brief warm up, and then some chilly air is right back around the corner. And you can see that on our temperature trend. We are on that upward trend over the next several days. And then as we head into next week, you can see temperatures dropping back below average. Average for right now is 75 degrees. And overnight tonight, we'll be back to around 50 or so. So not quite as chilly as last night was, but still pretty cool. Temperatures as we head into tomorrow, jumping again back up into the mid 70s. That really chilly air well off to the north of us in places like the Great Lakes. So tomorrow stays completely dry again, but the rain chances going up some on Saturday and Monday in particular with the front, and then cooler as we head into the middle of next week.
All right, Julie, thank you. After canceling last night's performance, Sir Elton John has named the date he's returning to the Bay Area.
Plus, the Bucks are getting desperate to get more fans to go to their games. Coming up, who the team is now offering free tickets to this Sunday.
Also, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And right now, a young fan asked an NBA superstar Steph Curry why his shoes weren't in the girls section. I've pinned that story on my Facebook page. Check it out at WFLA Josh. We'll be right back.
Oh yeah, he's still standing. An ear infection can't keep Elton John away from the Bay Area. We learned tonight Elton John's show at Emily Arena that was supposed to happen last night has been officially rescheduled.
Yeah, so mark your calendars. The new show date, it's not for a while, but it's November 4th of 2019. Sir Elton suffered a serious ear infection while performing in Orlando, forcing him to postpone his Tampa show. Now, if you already had tickets for last night's show, no need to buy them again. They're going to still work for next year.
News Channel 8 is your official Bucks station. The Bucks are taking an unusual method to get fans out to this Sunday's game against the Panthers.
That's right. All Bucks season ticket holders are eligible to receive 2 additional free tickets. It's on a first-come, first-served basis. Last week, only about 50,000 people showed up. The Bucks ranked 30th, ouch, in the NFL in attendance this season. And we all want our families to eat healthy, natural food.
And now a Clearwater grocery store is making that its mission by offering organic and natural products. News Channel 8's Lila Gross takes us inside Nature's Food Patch.
Nature's Food Patch in Clearwater brings fresh and organic products to Tampa Bay that you can't find anywhere else. We all want to eat good food, but at Nature's Food Patch you can enjoy food that is also good for you. The family-owned grocery store stocks a complete selection of quality organic and natural products in Clearwater. Employees at the community shop and cafe can help you choose ingredients to complement each other. Dr. Paul Reynolds, who is also a chef, can guide you through the health benefits of certain foods.
This
recipe is obviously not a traditional brownie recipe. How is this going to be healthier for you or benefit your health?
Well, the cocoa powder is very, very good for the heart. The coconut oils itself are omega-3 fatty acids, very good for the brain.
The patch also offers free cooking classes to help you learn to make a healthy and hearty meal.
What we're going to do is we're going to make a butternut squash risotto. I'm going to roast the butternut squash in the oven while I toast the arborio rice, which is the rice that you make a risotto with, on the stovetop. We're going to combine all those ingredients together with the liquid, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it with a gluten-free topping. It's going to be Rice Crisps, hazelnuts, which are also called filberts, and some fresh sage.
The recipes are absolutely delicious, and you can learn to make them for yourself here at the Nature's Food Patch with their free cooking classes. In Clearwater, I'm Lila Gross. Back to you.
All right, taxpayers are paying millions for Medicaid patients to get to and from their doctor's appointments.
But 8 on Your Side is receiving more complaints of those patients having to wait for hours for their ride. Coming up, senior investigative reporter Steve Andrews is pressing the state for how to fix that.
I'm Anna Warnicki in Washington. After months of negotiations, there's finally a deal on a new farm bill. I'll have that story coming up.